Okay, you guys, I just wanted to get on here. I'm not going to be on here long. I don't know if I have any intakes on tomorrow. I think this will be the last week coming up for intakes. I think, I don't know if my calendar is closed off, but I think, and I know for a fact this Monday, yeah, I have intakes this Monday. And then I know for Easter week, um, I'm going to be closed on Good Friday. And then I'm not going to be open the next following Monday due to Easter break. I actually do need to go in and block off my calendar probably tomorrow for the 21st if it's not blocked off on there. But yeah, you guys, um, this week I am doing intakes, and then I will be doing intakes for next week. And anyone who needs to get a follow up or an intake, that would be done after Easter break. So I just wanted to throw that on there. Um, I will be doing a refer a friend program um, that is going to help individuals learn about my website and what I'm offering. And for each person that you refer to my website for services, I will take off so many dollars. I have not come up with a plan for that, but I would take off so much for each person that you refer to me to get services from me. So they would have to literally sign up for the website and get services from me for you to be applied the discount for your session. So for each person that you refer to me and they actually sign up, you and that person will have so much taken off for each reading for each person that you refer to me. So that is something that I will be putting on the website, refer a friend program, um, that will give you guys the opportunity to be able to utilize the services and refer someone, and you and that person both can enjoy the benefits of having so much off of your wellness sessions with me. So there will be a max capacity for that. Um, I have not set all this up, but this is something that I will be adding to the website in the months to come. Refer a friend program, you guys. I just wanted to throw that out there. Um, right now, I am doing a little discount where if you sign up this month for the month of April, then you will have 5% off of your wellness sessions with me. So that is something that I will be offering to my clients for a limited time only. Just a little discount off to help my clients kind of get into the groove of what I'm offering and my services that I will be offering. So it is something that I will be adding um, to the website. If you come, you get services from me between the months of April and May. It will be 5% off uh, your first wellness sessions and follow ups with me. And the way how my wellness sessions are done, it's a complete package. So what would happen is when you would go and you would purchase wellness package with me, you would just apply the 5% discount on your sessions at checkout, and it would apply to that. So that is something that I am offering for a limited time only for the months of April and May. It was really going to be for May, but I'm definitely offering it, towards the end of April. Once I add it to the website and everything, it will be for the end of April going into May. I have not selected a date for this yet, and I want people to be able to have time to know about it. So that's why I'm only going to do it after Easter. I'm letting you guys know it so that if you know someone or even yourself who's interested in wellness services, they could utilize that discount to be applied to their first package with me. Okay, it is going to be a discount that will be used just as an intro to my website, intro to my services that I'm offering, something that I will be doing for springtime, literally going into May, and you would just apply that discount to your wellness package, and it would be applied at checkout. When you go to checkout, that discount will be applied, and you would just pay the difference of that at checkout. So that is something that I am going to be doing. And then later in the month, I will be doing the Refer a Friend program. You know, in the months to come, it is something I'm going to set up. And I think this will be really good for individuals to kind of connect with other people who are into holistic wellness services. And then once I can kind of get a group of people together, then I will start to, you know, create a directory of individuals pertaining to groups that I will be doing privately, not outside of the group sessions, but privately, where individuals can connect with other people across the world. And I'm only servicing the United States right now, but I am open to servicing individual outside of the country pertaining to the wellness part of my website. So I just want to throw that out there. Even though my practice is in the state of Louisiana and I service telehealth wise, it's not just for people in the States. I am open to servicing people across the globe pertaining to wellness coaching and what I'm offering in that in the group sessions. Now, when it comes to the natural product making, that is just going to be local sales that I will be doing here. But I just wanted to get on here to let you guys know that this is what I am going to be doing for the month of May to kind of welcome in my clients, to get them kind of in the groove, and to get you guys going with my services. So, other than that, you guys, I came across a very, very disturbing video of Andrew Tate pertaining to, you know, rallying. I'm going to just say rallying these incels to initiate violence on women if they do not get laid. And I told you guys that this whole incel movement, all of this pertaining to Andrew Tate, Andrew Combe, all of these red pill guys on here, this is all about them getting laid, them having sex with women. It's not about healthy relationships with women. It's not about forming healthy relationships with other men. It's all about lonely, deprived, sexually frustrated men getting sex from women, even if they have to take it by force. I'm telling you ladies, and the video is still up on YouTube. I went through some of the comments, and some of these incels are talking about revolting against civilization and women and children. And then Scott Galloway came out with his podcast. And from my understanding, he was interviewed on The View. So when I'm on here telling you women about what you need to do, this is why. You're going to want to protect yourselves and your daughters from these incels. My advice would be to get your CCW license, find out about your laws, find out if you're in a stand your ground state. I'm in one which gives me the permission to shoot and possibly unalive if you trespass on my property. Okay, I have that right in self-defense, and if you simply just trespass. In my neighborhood, you're not even allowed to even walk in the neighbor's yards. If you do, you could be fined anywhere from $50 to $100. Same thing if your pets decide to feces in your yard and things like that, you could be charged anywhere from $100 to $500 fine here in my neighborhood. Why am I bringing all of this up right now? I'm bringing it up because for all of you women who are sitting online saying not all men, what are you going to do when there's a bunch of incels running around in civilization, essaying, raping, and unaliving women and children? What will you be saying then? Are you going to be chickening and staying in your house talking shit about not all men, or are you actually going to be out here protecting other women and children from these predatory incels? I'm going to give a warning to you depraved incels, you rejects, that if you ever cross paths with me and I see women and children in distress, you're in trouble. I keep seeing these men call feminist women like myself femcells. My question is, why do you men keep coming to feminist spaces? Why do you keep coming to feminist spaces? Why? What can feminist women teach you men other than what we have been saying for years? You men are dealing with a different generation of women here. And I can tell you right now, I am not going to spare any of you. Any of you. I'm not going to spare you. I'm just letting it be known for records, for future reference. If you guys ever hear about me, you ever hear about me out here in YouTube land or anywhere else pertaining to the news or anything like that, I am not sparing these men out here. These men had 6,000 years. I want there to be a clear understanding. They had 6,000 years to get it together. Men created this whole entire system that they have literally could have defranchised. They could have deconstructed by simply walking away from this toxic system. And in a way, I cannot fully blame men for why they're acting the way that they're acting, but then I can't. A part of me wants to feel sorry for you men, and then a part of me doesn't. I had an incel yesterday contact me, and I mean, he was just mansplaining to me in a different private forum. I told you guys I'm in private forums, and I'm literally down there in dungeons where these incels groom themselves, and these backdoor private servers that I'm in, and a lot of them voted for Trump, and they're conservative, and they're part of these movements. You guys have to understand, I've had content creators on here and these movements contact me. A lot of these black men have contacted me on here who I would deem to be incel. I will tell you, there's 3 levels of incels out here. There's the quiet incel, who is just the antisocial incel. He's not going to say anything to you. He finds certain women parts disgusting. A lot of these men on here, black men who have criticized black women's features, their hair, their genitals, your body parts, right? These are men who absolutely hate women. They will not be intimate with a woman under any circumstances. I have met plenty of incels like this. I would deem them to be harmless to a degree, but I watch these individuals because even though they will not touch women, they will listen to this, and this is another word that I come up with. They will fetishize corn, meaning they will get a thrill out of watching sadistic corn. Okay, I don't want to get too deep into this here, You guys have to understand that I am like the queen of BDSM. Okay, I have been in BDSM communities for over 10 to 15 years. I have met very sadistic types of males out here who believe in women being punished through sex. And that brings me to my next type of incel who believes in that. These incels believe in great culture. They have a very great mentality. They believe that the Bible is the holy grail to how women should be treated. They oftentimes, most of the time, will take biblical scriptures and they will literally use this as a weapon against women, thinking that intimacy is this. They have a very flawed way about women in intimacy. Um, they will use that as a way to dominate and control women. Then you have these narcissistic personality disorders, Asperger's syndrome, all of these different mental disabilities. Asperger's is on the spectrum of autism. Okay, there's a lot of incels who, what's the correct word I want to say without insulting anyone, because I'm not here to shun anyone's medical condition, but a lot of this is all tied into antisocial personality disorder and these different personality disorders where these men, like I said, they get a thrill out of um, unaliving women and punishing women in sadistic ways. Um, you guys have to understand, like I said, I've been into the BDSM world for over 10 to 15 years. I've seen enough to know what's going on, okay? I'm telling you, ladies, you need to get prepared. You need to protect your daughters. And then you have the incels out here who are Vocio cells, I call them that. They just get on here, they mansplain, they complain about women all day. They rage bait. They rage bait. Okay? They rage bait all day, every day about women. What we see on here. And then you have little incels like Nick Fontoines, who lives in his mommy's basement, and you know, there's no telling what shows up on his computer screen. You know, PDF files, allegedly could be anything, you know, what these incels watch. They believe in underage marriage. They believe in child grooming, you know, trafficking, slave rings, and things like that. So, what am I saying, and why am I saying all of this? Because you women need to get prepared. That's why. These men are not going to change. They don't think they're the problem. And I'm letting it be known today that I am not sparing you XYs out here. I'm not sparing any of these boy moms. You have a son that's an incel and you've groomed him into this little monster. I'm not sparing your son. Okay? I'm not. Okay? Your son is going to be on the front of a t-shirt. There are women out here who are caring, who are going to do what they have to do to protect themselves under any circumstances. And see, this is what I was hoping was not going to happen. But we told these XYs to go their own separate way. I have been screaming this on my channel for years. That all of these men, oh, we're going to go get our passports and we're going to go over. You don't hear anything else about MGTOW. You don't hear anything else about passport bros. I mean, you don't even hear anything about red pill, black pill. I mean, nothing. Absolutely nothing, really, since the election. And now that the election is over, we kind of see where the chips are falling, right? Now we have a bunch of incels inciting violence against women and really ramplifying this thing up. And like I said, I'm just not going to spare you men. I'm not. And you tried to muzzle a lot of divestors before me, because I've been a part of this divestment thing for over 20 something years, and I was a part of the first divestment community. And a lot of those black women in that community, they really stood for women, but then they got muzzled by pro-black people who had an issue with that. And then they tried to take over the second divestment community, but then it spiraled off, right? There was a little infiltration that happened, right? And then it got discredited, okay? And then it spiraled off into the black wife effect. So it's kind of like the divestment community graduated, okay? And I remember those black women were on here advocating for black women and saying the same thing that I am saying. Shout out to Kendall St. Charles. She is the queen of divestment. And she told black women what was coming down the pipeline. Kendall actually predicted this over 20 years ago, 15 to 20 years ago. So why am I saying this now? Why am I saying this to black women? Now is the time for you guys to get prepared. Get prepared. Because these XYs are not going to stop. Okay? They're not going to back down. They're not going to go their own way. They're not going to get their passports and leave. Most of them can't get their passports and leave. They're going to be stuck here in civilization. And you need to protect yourself. No one's coming to save you. Okay? Now, if I'm out and about and I see you and you're in distress, yeah, I'll come to your aid. But nobody is coming to save you. You have to save yourself. Okay? These incels are being rallied up. Okay? I'm just observing some things. Y'all know me. I'm going to be the fox and I'm going to observe. And I'm telling you that they're being rallied. Okay? They're being embodied right now as we speak. And they're making threats online. And they want to revolt. Not against the government, against women and children. Let that sink in. You want to know what my motto is? Peace, 4B, and Second Amendment. And if you men want to take it to this level of violence, hey, it is what it is. I've been stockpiling my ammo for the past 10 years. Hey, I got plenty of rounds and plenty to go around. All different sizes and shapes, lengths and widths. It is what it is. Who's going to tell these ex-wives to go get therapy? Maybe make an appointment to go see somebody. I don't know. I don't know. Because they're not going to stop, you guys. They're not going to stop. They just continuously keep antagonizing women in the comment sections, under videos. I mean, there they are. And to say that these men are going their own way, they simply have not went their own way since MGTOW. These men have been screaming they're going to go their own way for the past 10 to 15 years, and they haven't left yet. And to say that their movement has been here for quite some time, you men have not went your own way yet. This, with women and you, it's over. It's over. It's over for women who are very aware of you men consciously, the nature of who you are and everything. Women have been taught well here. That's it. The relationships between men and women, it's over. I've already told you guys, the birth rate, the marriage rate, everything is going to plummet from here. Society is collapsing. Nobody's thinking about having a family or getting married right now. Women right now are in survival mode, where we have to protect ourselves from no other than you men. You men. Ladies, now is the time to start getting your communities going. Here in a moment, women like me are going to start community building, okay, privately. And you ladies are going to want to jump on the nearest train that's exiting left, okay? I'm not here to reason with these men. Furthermore, these men had 6,000 years to get it together. 6,000 years. They haven't gotten it together. It's over. It's over at this point. But the thing is, men don't want it to be over. Well, men, you don't have that right to tell women what they're going to do and what they're not going to do. You don't have the right to tell women what they're going to do with their bodies and their reproductive systems. And if women like me are saying that it's over, then it's over. Now, if you want to be stupid and cross the white surrender line, then go ahead and do it. I can tell you right now, it's not going to be good for you. The more you guys keep antagonizing women, you keep whining to women, you keep harassing women and threatening women, it's not going to be good for you, man. It's not going to be good for many of you. And if you want to go down like that as the sore loser because you can't get your phallus wet, and you think that you're entitled to women, and you think you can do what you want to do to women and children, I'm telling you now, there's women like me out here who will put your ass 6 feet under and think nothing of you. I'm telling you this right now. This is a warning that somebody better talk to these incels. Because see, Scott Galloway warned women of what's to come, but see, nobody's telling these incels that the reason why they're not getting picked is because they're just horrible people. No personality, no character, no nothing. No nothing. And women are not dealing with that. So instead of Scott Galloway telling men to improve and do what they need to do to become better human beings, he's telling women or blaming women into settling for these types of XYs. And I'm telling you right now, it'll be a cold day in hell before I ever surrender under this system. So you men are wasting your time even thinking women like me are going to listen to you. I didn't listen to a lot of these red pill dudes on here. What makes you think I'm going to listen to you? I don't even go into men's spaces. So the incel that I got into it with last night, I mean, he was just manslaining. And I told him what I had to tell him, and he reported me. Yeah. And I blocked his little ass. Because everybody knows me to be this boss babe, right? As what men would call women like me, boss babe, boss bitch. They know women like me are just not going to play with them. So they're very intimidated when women like me go into certain spaces that are mostly male dominated, which I do. And they're not going to come at me like that sideways. But this incel decided to. And I had to put his ass back in his place. Just like I'm putting you men in your place. Something women should have done a long time ago. You're not entitled to anything that women have, men. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. You're not entitled to women's time, energy, sex, nothing. You want a woman, you need to self-improve, become a better human being, a better man, get some social skills, work on your hygiene, work on your fitness, get a personality, get some character, and then maybe you can attract a woman. Okay? But you threatening women, it's not going to lead you nowhere good. And feminists are warning you. I'm warning you. That if you men want to take it to this level, it's not going to be good for you. And these red pill podcasters, like Kevin Samuels, Andrew Holmes, Andrew Tate, all the rest of you weird red pillars who love getting on your Best Buy mics, you're going to set a lot of these men up to get hurt. And it's not going to be good. Enough is enough. What you women need to do? Make an appointment at your local gun range. Get what you need to get. Because the men are asking for war despite it was the government who lied to them and gave them this system and told them that they were going to get a wife and a family. And instead of them being angry at the government, no, they want to get angry at women and children who they say, oh, we're providers for, we're protectors of. Real leaders don't harm women and children. Real leaders take accountability, men. And I have yet to see largely any of you men taking accountability for this toxic system and what you're doing to women and children and other men. And until you do that, I don't care what's coming out of you men's mouth. It's just nothing more but projection, insecurity, lies, manipulation, and guilt tripping because you refuse to take accountability for why things are the way that it is in your community with your women and children. That's not women's fault. That's your fault, men. So, ladies, get prepared. Protect yourselves and do what you need to do to protect your children. Because these incels are not going to stop. They're not going to stop until there is blood in the streets. Stay away from large gatherings, ladies, with your children. I know the summertime is coming up. It's going to be hot. These ex-wives are going to be angry and angrier by then as that heat is peering on them. And then they're realizing that they're not married and they don't have a family. I know a lot of y'all want to get out here and wear your bikinis and all this stuff here. Be careful out here. Because it's going to be a hot boy summer out here with these ex-wives. And then, after that, wintertime is coming. Winter is coming. And they're going to be even more unhinged. You know how heat does people. It drives them crazy. Y'all be careful. Be safe. Stay away from large gatherings. And stop going back and forth with these men. Because they're just looking for attention. And as long as you guys are giving them attention, it makes them feel powerful. Let them suffer. Nobody's going to fix this issue that they have going on. They have to do it themselves. You guys have a good Sunday.